So you clicked on this video because you want to get rich in your 20s. You see there is a secret formula that will allow you to make millions of dollars faster than you think. All you need to do is to follow the steps and success is pretty much guaranteed. And to prove that this actually works, I personally used this formula to go from being broke, depressed and anxious to now running my own profitable online business and having the time of my life while doing so. Step 1. You need to understand why you are broke. You can't fix a problem if you don't even understand it. Now what I'm about to say might piss off a lot of people, but most likely the reason why you're still broke is because you quite clearly don't want it as bad as you claim you do. Let's face it, it's easy to say that you're going to become a millionaire, but how easy is it to just sit down at your computer and to do the boring work, especially day after day? Because you could do it one time, but that won't matter. You could go to the gym one time, you're not going to get jacked. You could reach out to one potential customer, you're not going to become a millionaire just because of that. Truth is, success is so hard because you need to be doing something consistently over a long period of time, and that is why most people quit. They simply don't have the patience to stick through the process. Truth is, if you've been saying that you want to get rich and you've been saying that for years, but you are still in the same position, if you are being honest with yourself, you are probably being lazy and you don't value your time nearly as much as you should. Ask yourself this question: how many minutes, how many hours do I dedicate to reaching my goals on a daily basis? And that will tell you everything, because I can guarantee that somebody who truly values their goals, whether it be getting jacked, whether it be making millions of dollars, finding the love of their life, somebody who truly wants success bad enough and who values their time, they're not going to waste 3 hours every day playing video games or watching 3 hours of Netflix, scrolling on social media, or doing some kind of pointless activity that only serves to give you a quick rush of dopamine, but that doesn't actually help you to reach your goals. Small actions over time compound, and they either create success or misery. If you do all of the wrong actions over a long period of time, your life is going to be miserable. But if you do all the right actions, all the things that you need to do to reach your goals over a long period of time, you'll have everything you've ever wanted. That's what we call the compound effect. If for one day you eat a burger for lunch, it's not going to do anything to your waistline. However, if every day for 10 years all you eat is fast food, I'm sure that you can see how this is going to completely destroy your health. And at some point you'll have to look at yourself in the mirror and face what you did wrong, face the negative consequences of your actions. But likewise, if you eat a salad today, you're not going to be skinny or to lose some body fat just because you ate one salad. Getting what you want takes repetition and time. Step 2. Understand how money actually works. Most people say that they want to make more money, yet they have no clue how money works and don't even try to research it. In many parts in the world, making money, or rather having lots of money, has been demonized as if it made you a bad person. Just take a look at any movies. The rich guys are the ones who are the bad guys. They had to do evil things to get to where they are. In reality, you need to understand that money is simply a tool that we use to exchange value. When you go buy some food at the grocery store, you exchanged money for food, and the reason why you do that is because you see value in what they offer. And that is exactly why somebody who spends all of their time only consuming content but never producing anything, never actually creating any real value, somebody who spends all their day playing video games, watching Netflix, they don't make any money, they're broke. The reason being, they don't create any value for other people. So why would others give them their money? Because you're not like a bank, you can't print money out of thin air. So to make money yourself, to be more wealthy, you need to convince somebody else to give you their hard-earned money. And that is very difficult to do. Now you need to realize that there is no shortage of money. Like I said, the banks print trillions after trillions of dollars. Just during the recent lockdowns, they printed so much money, but who benefited from it? Certainly not most people. A scarcity mindset will completely shut you down. You have to realize that it will prevent you from taking risks. Like one key shift in mindset I had in business is that I realized I don't need my customers, they need me more than I need them. And if somebody doesn't want to sign up with me, fine, I'll go pitch somebody else and I'll get the customer, I'll get the money anyway. Step 3. You need to choose the right vehicle. Now what do I mean exactly by vehicle? Obviously I'm not talking about a car, but contrary to popular belief, you don't need to innovate or to create something revolutionary to create the new Facebook or the new popular thing to make millions of dollars. You just need to solve a specific problem for a market. To give you an example, a personal trainer is going to solve a problem. Somebody wants to build muscle or to lose some body fat. They are not satisfied with the way that they look. Maybe they want to improve their health, so they will pay somebody to help them solve that problem. To give you another example, at Consulting Fastlane, we help people to either start or scale their consulting businesses to 6 figures a year. That is a profound transformation to achieve, and that is why we are able to command high ticket prices. Understand that the more painful the problem that you solve for people, the more demand there is for what you have to offer, the more money you'll be able to charge for it. Because I'm sure if you went to the grocery store, you wanted to buy, let's say, a loaf of bread or an apple. If the apple cost $10,000, who is actually going to buy it? It would not make sense. That is why when you price something, you need to make sure that people actually see the value in what you have to offer and that they think that they are getting more, so more value than the price they are actually willing to pay for it. Now, if you want to start your own online business, but you need some help, you don't know what to do, I have recorded a free video in which I'm going to analyze every popular online business model. Together, we'll take a look at the pros, at the cons, and I'm also going to share with you for free the 3-step process that you can use starting today to get your first customers, and that as quickly as possible. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. Step 4. You want to surround yourself with people who are on a similar mission. There's one quote I've always found to be very, very true. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. I personally grew up in a small town, less than 10,000 people, and it is infested with criminals and with drug dealers. People there are not very ambitious. They just want the bare minimum. They wait for retirement all of their lives. They suffer endlessly but for no reason. And most of those people, let's be fair, they don't achieve anything substantial. People who have big goals, they leave that city as quickly as they can, because that is not an environment optimized to create winners. And so when I was a kid, I started to read books, to watch countless videos on YouTube made by successful people. I took their online courses because I wanted to be like them. I wanted to understand what they understood so that I could copy their success. Because I couldn't surround myself physically with winners, with people who thought like me, who wanted more out of life. I did it virtually because that was my only option. And for you watching this video, maybe it is your only option at the moment. Successful people think, they behave, and they speak about different things than most people do. If you just look at most people, they're always thinking and talking about dramatic things. They're criticizing this and that person. But if you have a conversation with a successful person, you'll realize, wow, their mindset, it is completely different. They're not going to mindlessly criticize somebody because they have nothing else to speak about. They will speak of ideas. They will speak of their goals. Now, step number 5 is to go all in. Seriously, let me ask you a question. How bad do you genuinely want it? Like for real, most people say they want to make millions of dollars, live in a beautiful home, get in shape, find love, all this, all that. But how many people are actually willing to put in the work on a daily basis? That means even on a weekend, for months and for years on end. Truthfully, very few people. And that is why the top 1% is called the top 1%. That is why most people don't make it, because it demands such hard work, such sacrifice, such perseverance that most people, they just quit before. But if they were to stick to it just a bit longer, they would realize they can climb that gigantic mountain of success. And what's on the other side, let me tell you, it is insane. If you go on TikTok and you search for hashtag luxury lifestyle or things like that, you scroll down to the comments, you'll see people bragging about what a success they are going to become. You'll see comment after comment saying, I'm gonna have this life for nothing. But let me tell you one thing, for 99.9% of them, they'll never have that life. Why? Because they're not willing to do what it takes. They're not willing to go all in. They have one foot in, one foot out. Now, before you start your own business, I actually recommend that you save up $1,000. Because let's be real, most people, they want to make more money, but they're not willing to invest more money. They want to get in shape, they're not willing to go and to put in the time necessary at the gym. You can, technically speaking, start a business with no money. But the more time, the more money, the more energy you can allocate to your business, the faster it is going to grow. So if you have things that you don't use, sell them. If you bought a guitar years ago, you don't use it, sell it, get some money and then pour that money into your business. Or get a job for a little while to save up that $1,000 or that $2,000 to start your business. Because if you're always living paycheck to paycheck month after month, you're not going to be committed to going all in on your business. And that is what it takes to win. As Tim Grover, the coach of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant and many other successful top tier athletes says, winning demands everything. Step 6. Invest as much as possible into your education. When I got started in the world of online business and of personal development, I was thankfully wise enough to know that I didn't know everything and I had much to learn. So I started to read books, to watch videos, to take courses by successful people, because I understood that the thing that would prevent me from getting what I wanted, it was not knowing what to do and not knowing how to do it. Because if I could figure out what to do, if I knew what those successful people knew, then I could do what they did and become just as successful. Because you need to understand that most millionaires, they're self-made actually. They did not inherit their wealth. They had to do something, to work actually, to make that money. But it's not like they guessed their way to success. They followed a step-by-step plan. And that plan, because they followed it consistently for months and for years, it made them successful. But nobody just does things randomly every day and one day they wake up they're a multi-millionaire. I mean, fair enough, it might happen to some people, but that is the exception, not the rule. And if I were you, I would not base my success or my potential success on luck, because most likely you're not gonna get lucky. Otherwise, if you sincerely believe in your ability to simply get lucky, go buy a lottery ticket right now. Now, like I said, said, if you truly want to learn how to build a profitable online business, the link to the free video is in the description below. And finally, step number 7, you need to stop beating around the bush. You need to get started. You've got to understand that the clock is ticking. The opportunities that you have access to today, they will not be available forever. And I can tell you one thing, building a profitable business, getting rich has very little to do with your IQ or with your talent, but rather it's the one who takes the most amount of action. Volume negate luck. If you do more, you put yourself out there, you reach out to customers, eventually you're gonna get lucky because you will have made your own goddamn luck. Business is a ruthless, cutthroat game. Every day that you wait to get started, you're missing out on thousands of dollars worth of paychecks. And what's worse, another guy, another girl, they got started while you are still waiting. You're still sitting on the sidelines, wishing for a better life, but you're not actually doing anything about it. And you know what? The sad truth is that they'll get the customers that could have been yours, they'll take the money that could have been yours, they'll go on the vacations that you're still dreaming of, they will get everything you've always wanted. And then, one day, you'll stumble upon an Instagram post and you'll see them having fun, being on a vacation, buying a new car, buying a new home, loving life, while you are still in the same position. So stop waiting, get started. It doesn't matter what you do at the end of the day, just start doing something today.